Hey guys, before we jump into this video, I just wanted to let you guys know I launched an online shop where you guys can purchase lots of different things to help edit your videos and your Instagram stories better. I have this pack, for instance, that's a green screen pack that has a lot of film dust and film grain that you can use. I also have this branding pack, which is really cool. You can download it and it comes with a bunch of backgrounds, it comes with a color scheme, titles, and it even comes with some effects you could put on your videos. I also have a Days of the Week Instagram stickers pack that you can download. And I have this collage kit that you can print and put on your wall with 20 different designs all made by me. So check it out, the link is in my description box. Hi guys, so today I'm going to teach you guys how to do this ransom note / newspaper edit that you can do super easily. So I'm going to show you two ways. The first way is less of a customizable way, and the second way you can literally customize all the colors and stuff. But anyway, so this first app I'm using is called Pixart. All you have to do is add your photo to it, and then at the bottom bar there's going to be this option for stickers, and you're going to want to go there and you'll see that there's this search bar. All I'm doing is looking up whatever letter I want. You could say like letter C, you could type in just the letter C, magazine letter C, magazine C. Those are just different ideas that you can look up in order to find the different letters that you need, because sometimes they don't pop up. But the one thing I would say to focus on is getting the correct shape that you want, because I'm going to teach you guys how to actually change the colors right now. In order to change the color, you're going to want to go to the adjust tool when you click on your letter, and there'll actually be an option to change the hue of it, and you can change it to whatever color basically that you want. I'll change the hue to find the right color, so like if I want something that's like a light purple, I'll just get to purple, and then I play around with the saturation, I play around with the highlights and the shadows in order to make it the right color. As you guys can see, I'm doing this for all the letters, and it just helps me to make sure that I have a good color scheme going on, or to make sure that I just have the colors that I want, because sometimes like a bright green color doesn't necessarily match something that's like bright pink in my opinion, so that's one way to do that. Another thing is when you're looking for letters, it can be hard to find one that you like the look of. So for instance, I'm looking for the letter G here, and I can only find it among other magazine clippings. So all you have to do is just click on the image that you want, and at the top there'll be this erase tool, and I just erased all of the stickers around it that I didn't want, so that I was just left with the G that I wanted. So if you do find it, the letter that you want among other ones, there is this erase tool so that you can edit it like so. Here, pretty much all I'm doing is just rearranging all the letters and making sure they fit. One tip is to make sure none of the letters are touching, and to make sure they're all different sizes, and you can even arrange them so they're not all in a straight line, so some are above and some are below. It just gives it a good look, and it makes it look more like a newspaper clipping or like a ransom note, and I think it turned out pretty cool, and I really like the color scheme too. So the second way to do this is in an app called Fonto. First, what you're going to want to do though is download this font, go to defont.com and look up ransom in the search bar. I clicked on the first one and then click download, and it will download to the Files app on your phone. You're going to click download and then go to the arrow in the top right corner, and it will bring you to the app. And then I just look up the font name, which is ransom in this case. Click on the zip file and it will bring up a TTF file. Then what you're going to do is click on that, go to the more option, and then go to copy to Fonto, and then you open it up, and then there'll be a button to install. I already had it installed though. Then go to your photo albums, your camera roll, and add whatever picture that you want for the background. I just chose this picture of these two girls on the beach because it had a lot of open space and I like the colors of it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out what you want to say. So I think I said happiest here, and you're going to type out all the letters individually. This is just so that when I'm moving stuff around later, I can move all the different letters around. And as you guys can see, that all the letters just pop up in white, so we're actually going to be editing that once I am done putting all the letters on the screen. Basically, the way I am editing this is I'm going into each individual letter and I'm selecting a color for the text and then adding a background color. And I'm editing the background to change the height or the width of it to make it a little bit more interesting. So I think my biggest tip for making the text look good, because it can be hard, especially because you have to like design it yourself, is to stick with a color palette. So you can either take inspiration from the background. So for instance, this color had a lot of orange, it had pink, and it had blues and purples, so I stuck with those colors. This guy in the back even has green shorts, so you could also put green in this. Or you could just pick a color palette that you want, something simple like different shades of purple, different shades of pink. And what I'm doing is I'm just going in and changing all the letters. I would also recommend to make sure that you don't have too much white white backgrounds. Instead, maybe make the background blue and then the actual text white. You just want to play around with it until it looks right. I'm also using this corner tool too to make it just a little bit more interesting and make it look like a magazine clipping. As you can see here, what I was saying about the white text is true because with a lot of white borders, it doesn't really look like a magazine clipping, it just looks like bad in my opinion. So I'm going in and playing with the colors and stuff and just trying to edit it how I want. And then once I add something to every single letter, I'll go back and then just edit it and make sure that I like all the colors and how it looks. Another thing I'm doing here is I'm making sure I arrange all the letters at different heights, and you can even use, there's an option to tilt text so that it goes at an angle. There's a lot of different ways you can edit it, but by doing that, spacing them apart or overlapping them, changing the sizes and making sure they're not all aligned in a straight line, it makes it look more like a ransom note rather than text that you quite literally put on an image. You can also drag and select all of it and then move it around and then save it to your camera roll and you have your ransom note edit.